Hello and welcome back to the Champions League Challenge on Football Manager 2022, where we are in charge of Steaua Bucharest in the top tier of Romania. So last episode, of course, we had that victory in the league against Universitatea Cluj by 3-2, and then we lost in the first leg of the semi-final against Rapid Bucharest with a heavily rotated side by 3-0. So in today's episode, we're going to play a league game against UTA Arad and the second leg of that cup semi-final against Rapid Bucharest. Since last episode, we've had a pretty decent run of things. So we started things off against a side who we've struggled to beat in the past, but not this time. We beat them 3-2. We beat Steaua Bucharest by 3-2. We played this formation that you can see on the screen, the 3-4-1-2, with a shadow striker, advanced forward and a pressing forward in the front three, two defensive wingers, Metsala and deep line playmaker in centre midfield, and then we've got Van Mullum as the libero, and Sommer as a no-nonsense centre-back, and Moldovan as a central defender. And it worked so well. As you can see by the players that we used, it was pretty much full strength side. Maybe Emilian Pasionel missing from the attacking centre midfield, but other than that, don't think there's any one key missing from our starting lineup. So you can see on the left-hand side, we went down by 1-0. Huiban equalised, and then Dumita got his second of the game for Steaua Bucharest, and then Dragici pulled out a hell of a free kick to get us on level terms. And then João Bruno came off the bench and played a wonderful through ball to Mediop for the winner. In the 89th minute, we beat Steaua Bucharest. One thing that may have helped in this victory is that about 20 minutes in, when we'd already gone a goal down, a change to shorter passing, because I noticed that we were trying a lot of long balls and they weren't really working very well. And I've changed the tactic to shorter passing. I've changed that now consistently for each of the last 4 games that we've played, and it seems to be helping a lot. We then faced U Craiova away from home, and we had to make a formation change because I wanted to play Goran Lonchar in defensive midfield, basically. We could have played João Bruno in centre midfield, but I think Lonchar's the better player, even if we did have to drop him back. He still played as a deep line playmaker, but it was just a bit further back in defensive midfield. You'll also see that we had to play one of our under-19s as well at central defence, Craiu, who played quite well, to be fair to him. He got a 7 rating in this game. It was all changed from the 8th minute when Craiova got a man sent off, Akim getting sent off for a 2-footed lunge, and then we went into the ascendancy. Huiban getting the opening goal on 11 minutes. Goal disallowed for Huiban on 40th minute. CDB managed to equalise for Craiova, but then Badea coming up with what turned out to be the winner on the 60th minute. Then we had one of our most impressive performances, I was going to say of the season, but it's probably one of the most impressive performances that we've had in our time as manager of Steaua Bucharest. Emilian Pasionel, I don't know what he had for breakfast on the morning of this game, but I need him to have it every single game because he managed to get a hat-trick somehow. And we won 4-0 away from home against Farul Constanța. We were very good value for that 4-0 victory. And I just don't know what happened. Pasionel, amazing with the goals. De Sommer was involved so much from central defence with just the build-up play. And Dragici, I think he played the free kick to Pasionel for one of the goals. And after this game, we were 11 points clear of the relegation playoff places, top of the relegation group, but we had played a game more than a few of the teams that were below us. And then the final game that we have just played, again, we played a full strength side in this one, and it was a pretty dominating performance from us, to be fair, both in possession terms, just about, and in terms of chances created as well. I did think that we had gone behind on the 50th minute. George had a goal disallowed for offside, but then it was Halep that was the main man. It was Route 1 stuff as well in the dying embers of the game. It was a long ball from Tomaniga, the goalkeeper, up towards Huiban. He flicked it on, and then Halep was through on goal and played it past the keeper. And we managed to beat Voluntari, which means that not only did we go back to the top of the relegation group, even though we played one more game than the 3 teams below us, but we also guaranteed our safety. We have 4 games left to play, I think. And we are secure in knowing that we are playing in the top tier next season. So there is the current league standings. I'm still a bit shocked that we are that high up in the relegation group. We're third. We're one place above Dynamo Bucharest. As I said, we can't get caught to knock us into the relegation playoff places. We could even theoretically get in the European places playoff semi-final. We're level on points with UTA Arad, who are one of the teams that we're playing today. And if we beat them, we could go second. I don't know how this is happening, but this does leave us in a bit of a pickle because obviously we've got the game against Arad in the league, but we've also got the cup semi-final against Rapid Bucharest, and they are within 3 days of each other. I think I know the answer to what I'm going to do, but let me know in the comment section what you would do in this scenario. So do I play full strength side against UTA Arad and then rest players in the cup semi-final because we're 3 goals down so that we can continue trying to push for the European places playoff semi-final, which is the top 2 positions in the relegation group? Or do I rest players for the UTA Arad game in the hope that my full strength side can somehow win by 3 goals or more against Rapid Bucharest in the second leg of the semi-final? I've made my decision on what I'm going to do. I think it's a pretty straightforward decision, really. We're going to play full strength against Arad and then just throw the semi-final of the Romanian Cup. We've done well to get there. I think we still get a little bit of money for getting knocked out at this stage. It is a little bit of money as well. We get about £11,500 for getting knocked out in the semi-final. But we've done well to get there. And I think it's more than our board was expecting. They just wanted us to reach the 6th round. But if we can really push on in the league, I don't see why we can't. And I hope I'm not jinxing us because we've played so well in the last 4 games. I don't see why we can't finish in the top 2 places. So here we go. It is time for it's a big game. It's second against third in the relegation group. UTA Arad, away from home. Let's be having you. So this is the side that we're going with. It is what I believe is our full strength side at the moment. It's Tomaniga in goal, De Sommer, Van Mullum and Moldovan in central defence, with Jugici on the right side of midfield, Mitrovic on the left side of midfield, and Stefan Pasionel and Julian Badea in the centre of midfield. Emilian Pasionel is the shadow striker in attack in centre midfield, with Dragos Huiban and Dimsu Halep up front. Halep and Huiban have been scoring a decent amount of goals in the past few games, so hopefully that can continue today. We, as I said earlier, are playing with shorter passing when in possession, and as I said, it seems to be working well for us. So hopefully we can continue our good run of form away from home against UTA Arad. Throw in for Arad. It's Vukcevic in an advanced position down this right-hand side. Finds Rutea with the throw-in. Ball into the box. Mikulescu's there, and that's headed over the bar. Mikulescu, I'm having flashbacks to the last time we played these guys. I think he scored a few goals for them against us. Throw in a deep position for us. Dragici has it now on the floor. Badea to De Sommer. We're yet to have a shot on goal. Arad have had 4 so far after 15 minutes, but Van Mullem's moving forward with the ball. Finds Emilian Pasionel. Now, Dimsu Halep coming very deep for possession there, and Badea has it. Plays it forward to Pasionel. Now Halep. Back to Badea. Just that short passing, slow build-up play. Badea through to Halep. Halep back to Pasionel. Pasionel with the shot, and it's a great save from Diarra. I thought that was in. I thought he'd curled it in. He scored a few goals from that position in the games off camera, but not to be that time. Dragici with the ball in, and that's headed away by the Arad defence. Throw in deep in the Arad half. Batha plays that to Mikulescu. Now Triff, who's another name that I recall from the original meeting between us two this season. It's Dangibic with a through ball forward to Mikulescu, the danger man. Mikulescu through on goal. Mikulescu, he's hit the post, and that's cleared by Moldovan. Badea with the ball in the centre of the field finds Halep, who's looking to the left but tries to go past his man a little bit. Finds Mitrovic on the left-hand side, who just keeps that ball in. Run it to the byline, ball in. Halep's there. Halep needs to pull it back. Can he do it? He plays it back to Mitrovic across the goal to Pasionel, and it's blocked by the defenders and cleared by Triff. Another excellent opportunity for us, but it's another throw-in for Arad. Rutea back to Vukcevic. That's deep and too deep for any of the Arad players, and we have collected that in defence. We should be able to get this away. It's Tomaniga with a short pass to Moldovan. Long ball from him towards Huiban. That's won in the air by Dima, and Danjevic brings that down. But it's an excellent challenge from our defence there. And Passionel has the ball now in the centre circle. Plays it back to Badea. Now Van Mullen moving forward with it from the libero role. Huiban through to Halep. Halep could find himself through on goal here. It's Halep. And it's a great save from Diarra once again in the UTA Arad goal. Keeping that clean sheet for the time being at least. Dragici with the corner from the right-hand side. And that's headed away by Michalescu. Another corner, not sure anything's going to come from it. Dragici with the ball in, and it's headed away by Michalescu once more, and Van Mullen can collect that. Yet another corner, Dragici to take, headed away by Michalescu once more. It's like I'm on repeat, but the Sommer's going to collect it again, I think, for us. And Stefan Passionel comes forward with the ball. Forward to Emilian Passionel. Inside to Halep. Great pass from him to Huiban. Huiban's through. Huiban with a shot. And Huiban has scored. Dragos Huiban has scored yet again. We are 1-0 up away from home against second placed UTA Arad. If things stay as they are, we could find ourselves top of the table yet again. Huiban, just an excellent finish from him, doing what Halep couldn't earlier in the game. Halep turning provider for that one. And as I said, we're 1-0 up. De Sommer with a free kick just inside our half. Plays it short to Stefan Passionel, who's trying to dribble past the defence. Plays it forward to Huiban. Out wide right to Dragici now. Looking to find some space to get a ball into the box, which he does. And Huiban is there for a rebound because the goalkeeper's parried out that cross straight to the feet of Dragos Huiban. And he's got his 10th goal of the season, his second goal of the game. And we're somehow 2-0 up against Arad. I don't understand how changing to shorter passing has just completely altered the way that this team plays, but I'm loving it. Dragos Huiban looks like a completely different player in this second half of the season, or at least in this relegation group stage of the season. We're 2-0 up. Van Mullen plays that short to Badea, back to Moldovan, who's got a bit of time to find a pass, plays it back to Badea. Now Halep, nice little touch to go around the defender, pulls it back into the box, Passionel, and it's blocked by the defender and out for another corner kick for us. Tomaniga with the goal kick towards Huiban. That's won in the air by Dima though, and now Triff has it at his feet and left back. Forward to Radescu. The Sommer tried to make the challenge, but he couldn't, and Triff is moving forward with the ball. Back to Radescu down this left-hand side. Pulls it back to Triff. And it's a good block by De Sommer in the end, and Dragici clears that, and Huiban can get on the counter-attack for us. Passionel plays it to Halep. Back to Emilian Passionel. Inside to Julian Badea. Forward to Mitrovic. We just need to try and build something here. Stefan Passionel to Halep. Halep with a shot, and Halep just wide from him. Another good opportunity for Dimsu Halep in this game, and the chances just keep on coming. Niga with a throw-in? No, with a goal kick. And it's in possession with UTA Arad. Dima plays that to the left-back Triff. Now Ratea. Kristea to Danjevic. Dragici tries to make the challenge, but he's unsuccessful, and Ratea is coming forward with the ball. Plays it forward to Kristea. Kristea's through on goal, and Tomaniga with an excellent save to keep his clean sheet for the time being. It's a corner kick for Arad, and Vukjevic is going to take it, and De Sommer is going to just smash that clear. 71 minutes gone. We're going to make our first change of the game. We're going to take Dragici off. He's looking a bit tired out there. He's played tremendously today, and Denos is going to come on for him. Badea is a concern as well on a yellow card in the centre of midfield. I'm going to take him off for Goran Lonchar, and this could give us a chance to sort of maybe just calm things down a little bit. Get him on as a defensive midfielder, put him on the deep line playmaker role still, and we'll confirm those two changes. Just over 5 minutes left. We're going to make our final change of the game, and it is going to be either Van Mullen or De Sommer. I think it's going to be De Sommer. We'll bring on Nicolas Burel for him at centre-back in the central defence role, or the stopper role, I should say. Very late on, just over 2 minutes left of the game, Diarra with the goal kick, and that's brought down beautifully by Mitrovic at left midfield. He plays that back to Moldovan, and then Van Mullen with the ball forward to Passionel. Halep with some space to run into. Could find Mitrovic on the left, and he does. Mitrovic with plenty of time to get a ball in if he wants to. Plays it back to Lonchar instead. Lonchar back across goal to Passionel. Now Denos. Is anyone going to have a shot back to Stefan Passionel? He's dribbled into the box now. He's going to play this across goal. Surely Huiban's there. And Huiban has scored, but it could be offside. Is he going to be denied his hat-trick? Dragos Huiban has had one hell of a game. And this is going to VAR. Is it counting? I think it is, because we're getting a replay of the goal. So we are 3-0 up. Dragos Wiban has got 3 goals. It's only the second time that we've had a hat-trick, I think, this season. And it's Dragos Wiban, the man that's done it. So we'll see here. Yeah, it was tight, to be fair, but he was onside. So a 3-0 victory, it looks like, as we head towards the full-time whistle. And there it is. It is a 3-0 win for us away from home against FC Arad. And I have no idea what is happening with this team. But as I said earlier, I'm loving it. We're currently top of the table. We're level on points with Sepsi, who do have a game in hand on us. But we're clear in second at the moment. Steaua Bucharest are the only team below us that they can't even catch us. So yeah, but we're clear in second. If Sepsi win their game in hand, we're second in the table for the time being. But now it's time to switch focus to the Romanian Cup, the semi-final, where we'll play a rotated side against Rapid Bucharest in the very, very slim hopes of us being able to turn around a 3-goal margin from the first leg. So here we go, it's time for the second leg of the Romanian Cup semi-final against Rapid Bucharest. As I said, a big margin for us to get to try and get through to the final. And we're going to be playing a rotated squad as well. Now, you may notice a player in our squad who hasn't been there for a little while. He's been on loan at Ottolul Galati and he's not been happy about it. He's only played twice for them and he was requested to be brought back into the squad. So we've brought him back, and because we're resting players, you know what? I think we might give him a run out today. Right, so lots of changes made. The entire team changed, I'm pretty sure. So we're playing Albert Popper in goal for a rare start. Tom Aniga is dropping it to the bench for this one. He'll just sit there all game, just being interested and invested in watching the match, I guess. In central defence, we have the youngster Cesar Craiu back in the team. He's played a few times for us already this season. And Nicholas Burel at libero and Ionut Giuriu at the other centre-back position. In defensive midfield, we've got Goran Lonchar playing that slightly deeper role, still in the deep-lying playmaker. Claudio Donos at right midfield, Joao Bruno as the Metzala in centre midfield, and Marco Suznia on as the left midfielder. Interestingly, we are trying to extend the loan deal of Marco Suznia. We do have an optional fee of buying him for £120,000, but I very much doubt that we're going to have that much money to spend in the summer, and he's been a decent squad player for us, so would like to keep him. I was also trying to extend the loan contract of Andre Moldovan, but his side want us to either buy him or they're going to start playing him, and his optional future fee is something like £210,000. So I, again, don't think we're going to be able to buy him. So this could be his final season with us unless some sort of miracle happens. But I'm getting sidetracked. In attack and centre midfield, we have George Contra. He's played a few times for us as well this season. And then up front, we have the returning Bogdan Ciperliu alongside Mediop. On the bench, as I said, Tom Aniga is our substitute goalkeeper. Ion Vasil is one of our substitute defenders. Not sure if I've showed you him before. He's got great tackling, but is lacking in most other technical attributes. But he's only 15 years old, so a long way to go for him. Paul Capacci is also on the bench. Antonio Iannulli, who's been there before. Dragos Matash is another newbie to the bench. No real standout attributes there. Maybe his passing of 10 is pretty decent. He's a centre midfielder. And I say I've shown you Antonio Iannulli before. I'm not sure if I have, but he's another centre midfielder. Again, no, he doesn't really have any standout technical attributes. Soren Nedelcu making his first appearance on the bench as well, I believe, although it does say that he's actually played for us in the league this season, so I'm just completely forgetting about that. And the last man on the bench is Radu Coxes, who has definitely not played for us in the league. 16-year-old attacking centre midfielder or striker. He's got very good long shots, very nice first touch. His dribbling's improving. He looks like a pretty good player. So we'll see if he's needed or whether I just give him a run out for the hell of it. So here we go. We're not expecting much. Rapid Bucharest in poor form, but then again, they are in the top 6 section of the league, so they'll be playing against the more difficult sides. We have, of course, won our last 5, but it is a fully rotated squad that we're putting out there today. So I'm going to have to try and remind myself throughout the game that we are playing our reserve side against Rapid Bucharest and that we really shouldn't be doing anything in this game. But my competitive nature might just take hold and start shouting at the players when we're 7-0 down, as there's an early opportunity for Rapid. Burlicu is through on goal. He pulls that back though to De Jonge, and De Jonge moving forward down this left-hand side, looking for a bit of space, finds it, ball in, and there is the first goal of the game. Albert Stahl, he scored in the first leg, he's scored again in this second leg. Just thinking about it, to stop the suffering for both you and I'll come back with the replays of the goals, and I'll commentate over the replays of the goals for Rapid Bucharest. Of course, if we somehow look like we're getting into it and we're going to somehow win 4-1, doubt it, then I'll come back with ours as well. So it's a penalty kick. Burel has brought down Chenkum, where only a few minutes after that opening goal, and Burlicu has put that away. It's 2-0 to Rapid Bucharest. Well, we managed to hold off for another 11 minutes, so that's a record in this game, but it is now 3-0 to Rapid Bucharest. It was a ball in to Burlicu from Stahl, and Burlicu just finishing that. It led from a Popper mistake. 4-0 now, and I might have to go a bit more defensive, you know. We don't want a double-figure defeat against our record. Moyes with the goal this time for Rapid Bucharest. So we've switched some things around. We're going to park the bus, basically. Burel is no longer the libero. He's just playing as a no-nonsense centre-back. And Lonchard's been changed to a defensive midfielder with a defensive duty. Contra has been brought back from attacking centre midfield to centre midfield as a ball-winning midfielder. And the two wingers are now defensive wingers on defend. I don't want to get beat 10-0. It might happen still, but I don't want it to. So we made it to half time. We've not conceded any further goals, so it's just the 4 goals that we're trailing by in this leg. 7 on aggregate. So we're gonna make a couple of changes simply because I can see on the bench we've got someone who's looking focused and someone who's looking motivated. So they're being rewarded for their positive attitude and positive body language with an appearance. So Cesar Craiu is going to come off at half time, the youngster, for Ayun Vasil. And then Paul Capacci is going to come on for Nicholas Burel. We're going to move Capacci to left back. Lonchar is going to go to right back. And we're going to play the classic, the 4-4-2 into the second half. And the 5th goal has now been conceded. It's Diarra who finally gets on the end of it. Moyes with the ball in, and Diarra just with an easy tap in. We've switched a few more of the rules around as well. The 2 centre midfielders are now on defend. I think Contra might have already been on defend. To be fair, Mediop's dropped down to centre attacking midfield as well. So we've just got Chapurliu up front by himself. But I am a bit tempted to just take Chapurliu off altogether and bring a centre midfielder on, which I think I'm going to do. We're going to bring on Antonio Iannulli for Bogdan Chapurliu. And we're going to play this. We'll stick Mediop as a shadow striker, more out of hope than expectation, and Iannulli can be a centre midfielder on defend. Bruno can stay as the Mitsala for whatever reason. Well, there's the full-time whistle. I'd say we did pretty well that game to keep them to just 5 goals, considering the players that we had out there. So a bit of a sour note to end on, but it was one that we sort of expected, which is why I'm not really too bothered about that massive defeat to Rapid Bucharest. So looking ahead to the next episode, and I've noticed the last game of the season is against current top of the relegation stage of Liga 1, Sepsi. So we're going to come back for that game. Hopefully we're still in the hunt for that European places playoff semi-final, and if we are, and if we somehow manage to seal our place in first or second in the relegation group, then we'll also play the first leg of that semi-final. I'm assuming it's a 2-legged affair. In the next episode too. But that is it for this episode. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel to get all my content when it comes out, hit the notification bell to stay notified, and I'll see you next time.